Good afternoon, classes of 2020, family, friends, faculty, and staff who are gathered together remotely today. As Associate Dean for Academic Affairs and Professor of Diagnostic Sciences, it is my distinct honor to welcome you to the School of Dental Medicine virtual commencement ceremony. Today, we celebrate the tremendous accomplishments of the 2020 classes and their earning of either a Master of Science or a Doctor of Dental Medicine degree. The past few months have been very difficult and challenging for all of us, and we wish we could have been together in person to celebrate this momentous occasion. But we are together in spirit and look forward to an in person celebration at a future date. We are very proud of the 2020 classes and the strength, perseverance, and patience they have shown. Students, we look forward to seeing all of you again and are thrilled to welcome you to the dental profession as our colleagues. Partnering with faculty, staff, and students in response to these challenging times has made this year unforgettable, and 2020 graduates will forever hold a special place in my heart. It gives me great pleasure to now introduce the Dean of the Tufts University School of Dental Medicine, Dr. Nadeem Karimbakhsh.
Classes of 2020, IS 2020, chairs, deans, faculty, families and friends, welcome and good afternoon. It is my pleasure and great honor on behalf of the Tufts University School of Dental Medicine to welcome you to the school's 152nd commencement ceremony and our first virtual celebration. One of the most pleasurable occasions for the Dean and faculty is to share in the celebration of the accomplishments of their students and to share in their joy of achievement. We are indeed proud of each one of you in the class of 2020. I am truly sorry that my first address to you as your Dean could not happen in person. I hope at some future event to be able to hug you, to shake your hands, or to bump your elbow. I express particular appreciation to the D2020 class president, Yanis Koroneos, and the IS 2020 class president, Nadine Beder, for their leadership and open dialogue with the administration in making academic and clinical improvements throughout the 4 years that you have been here. The school also deeply appreciates the input that each class member has given while serving on various committees in making changes to improve the quality of your education and to prepare you for the future. I commend your class for your morale, support, and dedication to excellence. And this is especially true in the last 2 months when we have been dealing with the COVID-19 pandemic. Several years ago, September 17th, 2016 to be specific for the DMD class, and January 19th, 2018 for the IS 20 class, I was your academic dean and I addressed you during your white coat ceremony. On that date so long ago, I said the following, quote, "The sanctity of the patient-doctor relationship should be symbolized by the white coat mantle of respect for our profession. When you first put on your white coat, there will be a veil of responsibility that will surround you. The white coat will cover your discomfort with your role. While it will identify you as a clinician, it will also disguise you. You will feel like an imposter when asked by your first patient, 'How many times have you done this before?' It is indeed a serious undertaking to take care of others and for them to trust you as their caretaker. Your white coats will allow you to forever thank your patients for granting you the privilege of sharing their lives and for being your most valuable teachers." End quote. Well, The significance of today and the significance of me wearing my white coat today reflects the fact that I am greeting you right now as Mr., Miss, Mrs., or Miworks. By the end of this celebration, I will greet you as a fellow colleague, a fellow doctor. Yes, you have truly all earned your dental degrees today. Your compassion to address the needs of the underserved populations and to be sensitive to complex public health issues are exceptional. Your flexibility, understanding, and cooperation in traveling to various community centers not only enhanced your clinical experiences, but supported access to care for the underserved. Your accomplishments and service bring honor not only to yourselves, but also to the School of Dental Medicine. As we congratulate our graduates, we also congratulate their families and friends who have sacrificed to support their efforts and who are as proud of their achievements as we are. On behalf of the graduates and faculty, thank you, families and friends, for all of your support. I would also like to acknowledge the role of our faculty for their commitment to the educational process. They have been dedicated and worked patiently to share with the students their expertise and knowledge and to impart the high standard that we expect of Tufts Dental Medicine graduates. This includes ethical behavior, compassion, sound judgment, and a responsibility to help others access care. The faculty have been exceptional in the last 2 months to help these students get through and complete all of their competencies. Thank you, faculty. Graduates, on behalf of the faculty and staff of the School of Dental Medicine, I want to thank you for the time that you have chosen to spend with us. Your presence has enriched our lives, and we hope that we have done as much for you. As you continue in your professional careers, please remember that whatever you do, do it with real emotional energy and vitality and passion, so that what comes across to those you care for is more than just fillings, but feelings. And finally, don't forget that you are members of a very special, large, proud, and supportive School of Dental Medicine family. And as with families, our strength lies in continuous interactions with each other. Please don't hesitate to come back home once in a while to further your learning through continuing education, to share your successes with your former teachers and colleagues, and to serve as role models for those students that will follow you. My sincerest congratulations to the class of 2020 and very best wishes for even greater success in the future. Thank you.
I would now like to recognize the current class officers for whom the administration expresses deep appreciation. Through your sound and steadfast leadership, you served your class impeccably, made our lives at times very interesting, but you also made our jobs easier and more enjoyable. Your leadership and engagement through the recent pandemic has been particularly outstanding and commendable, and we thank you for all your efforts and hard work. The D20 class officers are the D20 Secretary, Lena Baroxis, D20 Treasurer, Ruby Vajiman, D20 Vice President, Randy Toe, D20 President, Yanis Koroneos, the IS-20 Vice President, Nader Ayed, the IS-20 President, Nadine Badair. I would also like to recognize the dynamic and outstanding leadership of the D20 students who have held leadership roles within student organizations. I'd like to particularly acknowledge the following current student leaders. Ari Chai, who served as the ASDA class representative, Kalp Chitani, who served as the ADIA class representative, Janelle Diaz, who served as the HTA president, Divya Suresh, who served as the co-president of SAMHSA, Lauren Cohen, who served as co-president of Hillel, Jae-Song Park, who served as the CADA president, Monica Hamilton, who was awarded the Dr. Paul Wright Award through her involvement in the SNDA. Thank you all for your efforts on behalf of your class. Through the Robert R. Andrews Society for the Promotion of Dental Research, the School of Dental Medicine seeks the advancement of new knowledge through research. I would like to recognize the following graduating students who were inducted into the Robert R. Andrews Society for their many contributions to the school's endeavors. Because one of our core values as a school is to support community service and develop knowledge of, respect for, and a willingness to voluntarily provide oral health care services to the underserved in the New England area, across the country, and around the world, we encourage our students to volunteer for such endeavors. I would now like to recognize those graduates who were inducted into the Honest Civicus Society this year. In addition, since its inception, membership in Omicron Kappa Epsilon has come to represent one of the highest honors attainable within the dental profession. Consideration for nomination begins objectively with high scholarship, while subjective factors such as character, potential for leadership, professionalism, and ethics are also considered. No more than 12% of the members of any graduating class can ever be elected, and I'd like to recognize those graduates who were inducted into the OKU this year. It is also very important to recognize those fourth-year students who taught other students in the classroom, preclinical labs, and in the clinics. You all served as tremendous help and resource to your fellow students and faculty, and we hope many of you will return as part-time faculty to teach at Tufts or some other dental institution. Your service and assistance will be appreciated and valued. Thank you. I also want to make special mention of our graduates who plan to serve either as members of the armed services or public health services after graduation, and thank them for their service. Lastly, I would like to acknowledge the members of the D20 class who traveled abroad in the last 4 years to the Dominican Republic, Haiti, Jamaica, Nicaragua, Peru, and Zambia to provide urgently needed oral health care services to the underserved populations as part of Global Service Learning Program. Thank you. I would now like to introduce the Senior Class President for D20, Yanis Koroneos.
To the class of 2020 and to our friends and family that are watching, welcome to Tufts University School of Dental Medicine's first virtual commencement. The last few weeks have been challenging for all of us. I hope you and your loved ones are safe and healthy. Although the forum is different and we cannot see each other proudly march across the stage to receive our diplomas or hear our loved ones cheering for us, know that our accomplishment cannot be diminished. Our pride and achievement will not be sheltered in. Wherever you are, know that we stand together, and I salute and congratulate you. We are the class of 2020, and today we are graduating as doctors of dental medicine. At times, it has felt like this pandemic has stolen our momentum or has somehow dampened our enthusiasm or commitment. But that is not so. In fact, it is our class that has met adversity before and emerged better prepared, more enthusiastic, and more committed to oral health. We are no strangers to challenging times. We were the first class at Tufts to go through a new integrated curriculum and all of the aches and pains that were associated with it. In addition to the 8 exam blocks, long days and nights in the pre-clin, and finding patients for our licensing exams, we were the ones chosen to test new academic protocols and build a new foundation for Tufts Dental. And by the end of it, our experiences and feedback shaped that curriculum into what it is today. So while some say, why did this pandemic come now, and may pity us for having to graduate during this upheaval, I say, who better to lead than the class of 2020? COVID-19 is impacting us right now and will drastically change our field. And as we graduate during this time, we will be the leaders who mark the beginning of a new era in patient care. We will forge the new path forward and set new standards for dentistry. I cannot think of a better group to do this. When people ask me about Tufts and my experience here, the first word that comes to mind is family. And as is said that you cannot choose your family, you also cannot choose your class. We all came from different places and backgrounds and proudly represent the most diverse class to graduate from Tufts to date. We shared one desire, to attend Tufts, and other than that, we were brought together by a mixture of chance, hard work, and luck. And yet, we have been supporting each other and rooting for one another since we met. Even though we struggled with coursework and clinical requirements, we took our skills and knowledge and brought it to those who needed it most. Through student-run community service events like Service with a Smile, externships across the country, and global service trips across the world. And throughout all of this, everyone knows we made time to socialize and have fun. We had amazing parties, galas, movie nights, D20 dinners, and so many other good times. And it is my sincere hope and goal that we will be able to come together in a few months and celebrate this occasion in person. We will always be the class of 2020. Today we become professional colleagues and join the ranks of another family, a robust and supportive alumni network. We are bound by our commitment to oral health, our friendships, and our shared experiences. These bonds will endure. And as we navigate the world of professional dentistry in whatever form it takes, I am confident that we will look to our classmates for continued support and friendship. The people who I share this graduation with are some of the best trained and most respected oral health practitioners in the world. I am certain that we will look to each other when we need professional opportunities, referrals to specialists, or even just advice. These lifelong friendships will impact our professional development as much as they do our personal one. Let's cherish them and cultivate them. Now I want to thank Dean Karen Bucks, who has weathered this unprecedented storm with leadership and grace. This was your first commencement as Dean, and I am sure it will be the most memorable one. I'm sad that we won't get to walk across that stage in Medford and shake your hand today, but I hope you know how profound our gratitude is for all that you've done. I want to thank the faculty at Tufts for their mentorship and for being such great role models to us. You have taught us, nurtured us, and have made a lasting mark on our education, and your commitment to patient care inspires us daily. Thank you to the administration who has supported us over the years, especially Dean Kasberg and the Office of Student Affairs. There are also countless staff members who have played an immense role in supporting our education, from schedulers, the front desk, dispensary, and maintenance. Thank you. I want to thank our D20 Executive Board, Randy Toe, Lena Baruxis, and Ruby Wagaman, the best team I have ever known. You have always been there for me and have worked tirelessly for our class. Thank you also to Nadine Bader and Nader Ayad, our IS-20 leadership who have been on this journey with us for the last 2 years and who have worked with us side by side. Lastly, but most importantly, I want to take this time to thank the families, friends, significant others, and spouses that have supported our endeavors from the very beginning. Their love and support is one of the driving forces that brought us to this point. In closing, the reality is that no other Tufts dental class in modern times has graduated under these circumstances. This is fitting for us, though, the stand-ups that we are. Everyone will remember the class of 2020 because we are going to be the innovators of our field. First on the scene, post-pandemic. I know each and every one of you, and we have gone to battle together before. We will rise to the occasion as we meet this challenge and any others that may confront us. Thank you all for your friendship. It has been my absolute pleasure and honor to serve as your president, and I look forward to our future. Congratulations to the class of 2020.
Hello everyone, my name is Nadine Amr Bdair, the IS-20 class president. I would like to start by congratulating my classmates on reaching this huge milestone in our lives. It's a great privilege to speak on behalf of our class. And I want to start by thanking our staff, faculty, administration, and our families for all the support and love that's behind this great success. I know that each graduating student of you might have parents that were always praying for you, or kids that miss you so much because how busy you were, or a partner that had to hear 100 times how hard Medicine 2 was, or all of the above. But the sure thing is, they are all so proud of you today. Tufts University School of Dental Medicine gave us the opportunity that comes once in a lifetime. Not only educational opportunity, but also a great personal experience. From the moment we stepped in Tufts University, we felt welcomed and encouraged to learn. I would like to take a moment to thank our very special Dr. Ronald Perry, who dedicated his whole time, 24/7, to work on making the IS program at Tufts University one of the exceptional programs nationwide. not only worked on the educational aspect, but also worked on preparing us for the real world. We came together in Boston from 13 different countries, seeking an opportunity to regain back our profession, and this was not at no price. We left a lot behind and tried so hard not to think about it, not because we didn't care, but because we wanted to keep going, strong and steady. We had our differences, but we understood each other on a deeper level. We understood the homesickness, and we figured out why they call it sickness. We understood our motives and our fears. It was a true honor serving as your class president throughout our studying years at Tufts University, striving continuously to meet your expectations. Initially, it was hard moving to a new place, and I thought that I left my heart where I am coming from. But truth is, by time, I found a piece of my heart in each one of you, and my heart is not missing pieces anymore. For that, I want to dedicate this speech for my inspiring classmates. I learned a lot from you. I learned from Shady that every problem has a solution and that sometimes we worry more than we should. I learned from Ola how to be strong and unstoppable. I learned from Thais that life is a beautiful journey, even with some road bumps. I learned from Kanza and Fatma that a kind word can change someone's day. I learned from Lara that good food with our loved ones can fill our souls as well. I learned from Abisola how to smile and have faith, even if life is not the brightest at the moment. I learned from Emily how to stay focused and work hard. I learned from Mu'ammal that once you find laughter in a hard situation, you can conquer the whole world. I learned from Ramik and Shivangi every day how true friends should be. I learned from Laura how to achieve goals with persistent heart, even if this heart is tired. I learned from Tej that no matter what life brings on, you should stand stronger the next day. I learned from Nader how to give your all when you're working on anything, otherwise you shouldn't be able to sleep at night. I learned from Milana and Valerie that taking a break every once in a while is a part of being the best. And I learned from Jasmine that a cup of coffee can warm my heart too. I wish I can mention everyone and everything I learned from each one of you, but they only gave me few minutes. But most importantly, I learned from all of you that we, our class of 2020, is a representation of how this world should be, by coming together, forgetting our conflicts, remembering our goals, and doing our best to achieve them. And I'm so proud to be part of such class. Ideally, I would have wanted to congratulate you differently, in person, and even individually. However, a global pandemic showed up that didn't only change our plans, but changed our whole world, probably forever. However, this won't stop us from celebrating this very special moment. For all of you guys, I would like to tell you from the bottom of my heart, Alf Alf Mabruk to my Egyptian, Syrian, Sudanese, Libyan, and Lebanese friends. Felicidades to my Mexican friends. Kungsi to my Chinese friends. Chistitke to my Serbian friends. Badania to my Punjabi friends. Parabéns to my Brazilian friends. Ku ri ere to my Nigerian friends. Félicitations to my French friends. Mubarak to my Persian friends. Mubarak to my Pakistani friends. Abhinandan to my Gujarati friends. Badai ho to my friends from Mumbai and Delhi. And huge congratulations to the whole class of 2020. I hope after 30, 40 years from now, if I'm gonna live that long, to still be able to reunite with you. Remember these times and smile, because even though it was hard, everything eventually was alright. Remember those family events you attended just on video calls during school? You're not doing this anymore. Go celebrate life. Appreciate it. Stay close to your loved ones. Be happy. Work sincerely. Take care of your patients. And never forget what you learned in this journey at Tufts University. Till we meet again, my friends. Congratulations.
Thank you, Yanis and Nadine. I would now like to take a moment to recognize our 5 Faculty International Student Program graduates. Dr. Eleanor Alon, Dr. Stephanie Cordero Andujar, Dr. Jong Il Park, Dr. Khalid Sheikhi, and Dr. Yao Hua Yu. These faculty members previously earned DDS degrees overseas and came to the United States. They have consistently provided us with valuable and knowledgeable teaching in our classrooms and our clinics. While working at Tufts, they have now earned the Tufts DMD degree and will remain faculty members. Congratulations to each of you. I'm also delighted to share with you the recipients of this year's teaching awards. Each year, the graduating class selects by vote the recipients for the Dean's Award for Excellence in Preclinical Teaching and the Dean's Award for Excellence in Clinical Teaching. The class of 2020 has selected Dr. Hugo Campos to receive the Preclinical Teaching Award and Dr. Ronald David to receive the Clinical Teaching Award. I am also pleased to recognize the recipients of this year's Dean's Award for Excellence in Basic Science Teaching, Dr. Krista Johansson, as well as the Provost Award for Outstanding Teaching and Service, Dr. John P. Morgan. Congratulations to all of you for this well-deserved recognition. At this time, I have the privilege of recognizing those fourth-year students who have distinguished themselves academically in the dental curriculum by finishing in the top 10% of the class. Amir Asade, Mariana Barry, Lauren Cohen, David Kamstock, Adi Davidian, Tracy Gerona, Jasmine Ghanem, Logan Goodrich, Amy Hong, Richard Hong, Ranmeek Kaur, Tony Kim, Zachary Kofos, Maithili Kugadasan, Stephen Kwan, David Michaels, Sarah Meir, Da Min Park, Hemali Patel, Anika Solanki, Adelis Trincado, Taylor Van Houten, Kayla Vasconcelos. In addition, each year the Dental Alumni Association honors a distinguished alumnus or alumna by presenting an award in the person's name to the graduating DMD and IS student with the highest overall academic achievement during his or her years in their respective programs. On behalf of the Dental Alumni Association and its president, Dr. Joy Kasparian Federico, I am pleased to announce that this year the award is being given in honor of Dr. Stephen Tonelli and Dr. Mark Lemchen. I am very pleased to recognize the TUSDM students Lauren Cohen and Ranmeek Kaur for their outstanding accomplishments in having the highest overall academic record in the class of 2020 and the class of IS 2020, respectively. Congratulations to both of you. It is now my distinct honor to bestow the degrees earned by the Masters and DMD students of Tufts University School of Dental Medicine. 13 individuals have been granted Master of Science degrees by Tufts University School of Dental Medicine since the commencement ceremony in May 2019. And we are recognizing 228 Doctor of Dental Medicine students today. I will begin by presenting the Master of Science recipients by name, and then class presidents Yanis Koroneos and Nadine Bader will call the roll for the DMD graduates. Dr. Haifa Mohammed Al-Dakhil, Dr. Mansoor Al-Ghamdi, Dr. Badr Al-Hendi, Dr. Mohammed Al-Ulayan, Dr. Sulafa Dialdin Ayub, Dr. Bashir Bahraini, Dr. Faisal Dardir, Dr. Najme Ganji, Dr. Adnan A. Hakim, Dr. Yolanda Ho, Dr. Min In Lee, Dr. Shi Yun Tao, Dr. Daniel Ben Yehuda. I would now like to introduce Yanis Coroneus and Nadine Bader to read the calling of the roll for the DMD and the DIS students. After the calling of the roll, Dr. Mary Jane Hanlon, Associate Dean of Clinical Affairs, will lead the class in the oath of the dental graduate.
محمد عزت محمد جمال أبو النصر.
Bradley J. Adams. Isabella I. Aguirre. Lisbeth Alcantara. Roberto O. Aleman Cordero.
Eleanor Elon, Faculty Track IS.
Sarah Elizabeth Alterman. Stephanie Alvarez. Sagan M. Amaños.
Farkhunda Amin.
Thais D. Antunes.
Amir Asadun Gabi, magna cum laude.
Brandon R. Bakar. Catherine Abigail Bear. Tanya H. Bajwa. Hussein A. Brodawala. Mariana Patrice Barry, cum laude.
Milana Bhaskar.
Shivani Anand Bhatt. Suraj S. Bogle. Rishi M. Usari. Alan Lagajevich. Janikia Marie Booth.
Valerie N. Buhum.
Stephanie Silva Bourguignon. Kristen Marie Bradley. Robert T. Brookings. Rachel Cadet. Eric P. Cadra. Christian Frank Carcione. Dasney Stephanie Castillo. Matthew Y. Chan. Monica H. Cheng. Ari Choi. Alex Choi. Justin Jun Y. Chow. Melanie H. Chu. Lindsay Anuk Chun. Lauren J. Cohen, summa cum laude. David G. Comstock, cum laude.
Stephanie Cordero Andujar, Faculty Track IS.
Vendita S. Correa. Whitney B. Kramer. Rana Dabag. Christopher Anthony D'Amico. Isa M. D'Angelo. Trish Ha Dang. Nika Darabi. Adi A. Davidian, cum laude. Idan Y. Davidian. Janelle C. Diaz. Stephen G. Dorada, Jr. Matthew T. Downs. Olivia G. Dworkin.
Lara Joseph Iso.
Taylor Ann Elias.
Haifa الزهوي. شادي أحمد المكاوي.
Gloria E. Njue. Meredith R. Epstein. Finn T. Evans. Lauren A. Fafalak. Nicholas M. Familetti. Victoria N. Fields. Rebecca Fisher. Gabriela L. Flores. Mason C. Fortuno. Sarah E. Franklin. Ashley Renee Gabrick. Joyce Antoinette Ganas. Adrian M. Garcia. David A. Garcia. Tracy Girona, magna cum laude.
Jasmine Abdelhakim Ghanem, cum laude.
Ava Gassemi. Daniela I. Gobrial. Taha Samir Goulet. Michelle L. Ginsberg. Edward J. Gold. Benjamin D. Golub. Zachary A. Golub. Logan C. Goodrich, magna cum laude. Robert Mark Grossi. Erica D. Gray.
Kurullus Habib.
Monica Rochelle Emily Hamilton. Susan Ann Harvey. Anne Elizabeth Heffley. Craig Edward Holliday. Amy C. Hong, cum laude. Richard Y. Hong, summa cum laude. Kevin Jen Young Hua. Alice Huang. Lindsay D. Hughes. Teresa Huyen Huyn. Amy L. Iglesias. Jacob Itzkovich. Charles K. James.
Abisola Jomok Jekede.
Alexandra K. Jennings. Jonathan W. Josephs. Christopher H. Jung. Kalp Sunil Juthani. Justina Caldas. Manpreet Kaur. Ramandeep Kaur.
Ranmeek Kaur, summa cum laude.
Simran Kaur. Kurantulan Talat Kokar. Albert H. Kim. Alexander M. Kim. Alicia I. Kim. Jennifer Suji Kim. Sean J. Kim. Tony J. Kim, magna cum laude. Zachary Addison Kishbaugh. Zachary J. Kofos, cum laude. Elizabeth Kokareva.
Ola Kamal Kurani.
Maithili L. Kugathasan, cum laude.
Rinkel Hardik Kundaria.
Stefan Sunbum Kwan, magna cum laude. Anna Lamb. Jake M. Laser. Stephen Lee. Jenna Yunkyung Lee. Leisha Shakya Lee. Matthew D. Lee. Sun Y. Lim. Chen Lin.
Ranko Lisul.
Tong Lu. Sandy Lopez.
Laura Lopez Haurigi.
Adam Nate Lowenstein.
Thais Trevelin Lauri.
Christopher J. Lucido. Kolya Saniq Mack.
Radhika Makadia.
Justin A. Marino. Catherine K. McKenna. Patrick J. McLaughlin. Alan J. McQuarrie III. Amina Mekic. Christian J. Mendoza. David F. Michaels, cum laude. Sarah Mir, summa cum laude.
Mariam Mukhtadir.
Roshanda M. Moreno Kitchen. Brent O. Mullen. Julie P. Wynn. Keith Khan Duk Wynn. Sheila T. Nguyen. Umuhire Tabana. Karina V. Palilo. Mohil M. Parakia, Daman Park, cum laude. Jason Park.
Jung Il Park, Faculty Track IS.
Juhi Park. Seha Park. Deepa Bharat Patel. Deepal S. Patel. Himali A. Patel, magna cum laude. Neil N. Patel. Vicky M. Patel. Ervin Andon Peyo. David R. Powers. Devin M. Patak.
Alexander Rahimdel.
Niveditha Ramesh. Annie Isabel Rao. Farwa M. Rizvi. Marcia Maria Robinson. Melissa Ruiz. Mohit Sani. Brian Anthony Salvi. Amanjot Kar Sarao. Samantha Crystal Sowers. Alexander Robert Schneider. Matthew A. Shackett. Sanya Shafiq.
Rohan Jesh Kumar Shah.
Shayna H. Shah. Shivani Shah.
Khalid Sheikhi, Faculty Track IS. مؤمل كمال عثمان شرفي.
Haneen Shahada. Dina Ann Schuster. Reina A. Silva.
Sarpreet Singh. Tej Pratap Singh.
Heather Nicole Smith. Victoria Rose Sokor. Anika Solanki, cum laude.
Kunal Sood.
Harkirat Suran. Varshini Sridhar. Michael T. Stevens. Chelsea A. Strawn. Divya Suresh. Anna Kristen Takos.
Kanza Taqir.
Emily Ford Thomas. Fee V. Tran. Adailis Trincado, cum laude. William L. Turner IV.
Shivangi Tyagi.
Taylor Margaret Van Houten, magna cum laude. Kayla Vasconcelos, summa cum laude. Sachi Verma. Honglam T. Vo. Evanthea Nicole Branas.
Sayeda Fatima Wasti.
Corey J. Williams. Patrick R. Wilson.
Emily Yu Ye.
Mina Yusuf. Justina E. Yusuf. Elsa Umar.
Yahua Yu, Faculty Track IS.
Ping Zhang. Lena Stephanie Baruxis, Class Secretary. Ruby R. Wagman, Class Treasurer. Randy T. Toe, D20 Class Vice President.
Nader Hani Ayed, IS-20 Class Vice President.
Nadine Amr Badir, IS-20 Class President.
Yanis Coroneos, D20 Class President.
And now I'd like to introduce Dr. Mary Jane Hanlon, Associate Dean of Clinical Affairs, to lead the class in the Oath of the Dental Graduate.
Well, D20, it's finally here, your graduation. And the only thing separating you from your official graduation is me. So before I start the oath to the dental graduate, I want to give you my sincerest, heartfelt gratitude for choosing Tufts University School of Dental Medicine as the place that you learned how to do dentistry. And I sure hope as an alumni, you come back and visit us as many times as possible. And I'm sure we all agree that we can't wait to celebrate your official graduation, whenever that celebration is in person. We do know that the last few weeks have been extremely difficult. It's been extremely difficult for all of us. Been very unnerving, not knowing where we're going and what we're doing. And as time has progressed, that still hasn't gone away. So I do hope you know that the profession of dentistry has gone through worse in the past, and that while your future is uncertain, the one thing I do know for sure is that this profession will survive and that you will do well. And you've had a great solid background and training in dentistry, and it's now up to you to carry the torch forward and learn as much as you possibly can. So with that, I want to wish you the sincerest of congratulations and the best wishes for your future, and sure hope to see you again at some point in the future. So as the Associate Dean of Clinical Affairs, it is my honor to start to lead you on the oath of the dental graduate. And if we were in person, I would ask you to stand. So I'm going to ask you virtually to stand and raise your right hand and repeat after me. I solemnly pledge to devote my efforts to the care of my patients. As a member of society with special obligations, I will treat all patients without prejudice, incorporating the knowledge and skills in me by my teachers. I will practice dentistry in an ethical and professional manner. I will hold in confidence all matters related to them. I will not hesitate to call upon my colleagues when their knowledge and skills are needed. I will make every effort to maintain, contribute to, and enhance the quality of the dental profession. I will constantly keep in mind that the practice of dentistry is a true mingling of science, technology, and caring. D20s, congratulations.
This concludes the 152nd Tufts University School of Dental Medicine commencement exercises and the first ever virtual ceremony. I want to acknowledge the hard work and efforts of Tufts Technology Services, the University Communications and Marketing team, and the Dental Student Affairs Office for making this virtual commencement possible. Congratulations again to the classes of 2020. We are so very proud of all of you and wish you the very best in your future endeavors. Good luck and congratulations.